Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your bonus updated January reading. Today we are going to be checking in to see how your month is going so far. And we're going to find out if you need a little help, maybe shifting gears, changing directions, maybe just a little guidance, or just confirmation that you're currently on a good path for your best growth. So let's dive in and find out what's going on. All right, Spirit, what is happening for Capricorn right now in the next 2 weeks of January? Last 2 weeks of January. Spirit, what's going on with Capricorn right now and into the last 2 weeks of January? We have third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Okay. And door to personal healing and happiness. Okay. If you don't know anything about the chakras, now's the time to start looking. The third chakra is the solar plexus chakra. It is yellow. He's kind of holding it right there where the solar plexus is. This has to do with personal will, assertiveness, that sort of thing. Archangel Chamuel is one of the major archangels. He deals with relationships, careers, I believe, and finding lost items, of all things. So you may want to research some of that information as well. Now, if you have not started a meditation practice, I recommend you do so, and or some kind of chakra cleansing, balancing, clearing, especially your solar plexus third chakra. By doing this, this will open the doors to your personal happiness because you are following your own personal will. I have a feeling that for whatever reason, life circumstances, how you grew up, whatever, your personal will is and or was kind of stunted. But now is the time to shine, open up that chakra and shine and go forth with your own personal will. Be assertive, be more outgoing, energetic, express outwardly, that sort of thing. And you will find more happiness and more healing. With that healing there, I'm thinking something has happened through your lifetime that kept your will small. Maybe you'd like to be somebody important, or you think you could be, but maybe you're not where you want to be as far as that goes. But let's get some more cards. Let me see. Let me find out some more here. All right, Spirit, what's going on for Capricorn last 2 weeks of January? What's going on with Capricorn, Spirit, last 2 weeks of January? We have the spiritual warrior. Okay. The pathway of the spiritual warrior and the calling of your soul. Okay. Maybe you've been having more intuition, like hits. Maybe you're seeing things out of the corner of your eye. Maybe you're becoming more aware of spiritual beings around you, whether you see them as angels or guides, ascended masters, animals, whatever. That is your spiritual warrior. I would suggest continuing following that and definitely working with your chakras. Second card, dislike of others. Maybe that's better. Okay. Sometimes we form strongly negative feelings towards others. In truth, it is not them that we dislike, but their words, actions, and behaviors. This card asks you to try to detach from the experience of their behavior and see them as a soul on their own unique pathway, attempting to manage their own challenging life lessons. Okay. So, again, this person is in a meditative stance. This is a meditative stance. Definitely, I think meditation, if you're not already meditating, that's something for you that could really help you. I think that you have formed some opinions about other people. You do have just a general dislike of others. I think maybe you don't like how people treat each other, or social norms are an issue, or these societal ideas, cultural ideas, family ideas. They don't make sense to you. You're more of a spiritual being, and dealing with some of these, for lack of a better term, human problems, it's almost like it's beneath you. There are bigger problems in this world. There's a spiritual kind of gap, and the sides are getting more and more, the different sides of religion and spirituality and philosophy and that sort of stuff. The gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I feel like it affects you. So you have some kind of connection to the whole human consciousness, right? You have a connection with your higher self, which in turn is connected to all things and everything. And I think you are maybe more aware of some of that stuff than, say, the average person. And it plays on you, and it plays on your thoughts and how you feel about others. But take another look when you are meditating. Take another look of what you dislike about others, or what's going on, because a lot of times the outer world is just a reflection of the inner world. So if you come across somebody and, let's say, you hate people, or you don't like people that spread rumors, right, or gossip, and you're just totally turned off by someone who's gossipy. I bet if you look, there was a point in your life, or there's a part of you that likes to gossip, that wants that high that comes from being gossipy, and you don't like that about yourself. So it's easy to project and kind of judge on someone else, right? Does that kind of make sense? So a dislike of others is a sign to you that's saying there's something that you don't like about yourself. And that's definitely worth kind of sitting down and meditating on too. All right, last, release the past. Releasing the past does not mean that we forget, nor does it mean that if something bad happens, that this was okay. It means that we make a personal choice to no longer allow our history to dictate and shape our life, both now and in present time and in the future. So, yeah, something about the past. I think that has a lot to do with dislike of others too. Maybe you've been treated a certain way by people because maybe you're not like the average person. You see things differently, you feel differently, you behave differently. You don't like these social norms or cultural norms or whatever that just doesn't make sense to you. And I think you're angry. I think you're angry at what has happened to you. You're angry at what happens to other people. You're angry people aren't paying attention. But again, releasing some of that is going to be tremendous for you. Bringing that personal healing and happiness, releasing that stuff. And if there's anything about yourself, blame about yourself, guilt, shame, any of those more harmful emotions that are hung on to, make it harder and harder to find your happiness. Make it harder and harder to bring forth your personal will of wanting this to be a better place for everybody, for yourself, for your family, for everybody. So get in touch with yourself and release the blame and the anger, and get more in touch with your spiritual warrior self, so that you can make a difference in the world like you want to, and you can make the changes and be the changes that you want to see. All right, let's look into the tarot cards and see what they have to say. All right, Spirit. Last 2 weeks of January for Capricorn. What's going to happen for Capricorn in the last 2 weeks of January, Spirit? Okay. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. Okay, first card, 3 of Coins. We have the 5 of Coins. The Seeker of Swords. So in this deck, the Seeker is like the Page in the Rider-Waite deck. So this is the Page of Swords. And the Sovereign of Coins. In this deck, Sovereign is Queen and Coins is Pentacles. So we're at traditional tarot, this is the Queen of Pentacles. All right. So 3 of Coins or 3 of Pentacles. This is working with people, working with a community, but it's also craftsmanship. So there's something, I think the craftsmanship of your world, or of, your world, and how it's coming about, you want to be more involved, just like of others. Maybe you perceive them as keeping you from being able to make the changes, because if it seems like you feel that you've been left out in the cold, like people slam the door in your face, right, and you can't help, they don't want your help, but you have some kind of you have some kind of expertise, and you want to work with people because you understand that working together is what makes change. But you can't understand why people aren't letting you in, or letting you help, or giving you the time of day, or it feels like, actually, now that it almost feels like at times you're too assertive. You're trying too hard, and that is what's making people kind of look away or turn away from you, which causes the dislike of others, because you're not understanding why people are acting this way. Any way you look at it, in different scenarios and different situations, it's definitely your third chakra, your will, whether you need to tone it down at certain times or make it more full at other times. That's for you and your meditations and looking within. But with the Seeker of Swords, with this meditation, you're going to come up with new ideas. And if you're able to release the past, you won't be holding on to some of that stuff anymore. So the new ideas will have room to come in. And I think it's going to be easier for you to see the door and eventually step through it. Right now, you might not be able to see this door to healing and happiness, but as you work through some of this stuff, you will see it. And eventually, you'll be able to walk through it, which brings us to the Sovereign of Coins, or the Queen of Coins. A very successful, nurturing, motherly, materialistic type of energy. So materialistic meaning being able to take care of somebody, children, family members, right? And having the means to do it. Having the money to buy medication, having the place for someone to stay while they're ill, or, you will have what you need to take care of yourself and eventually others, and to show them how to get their personal healing and happiness. Because when you reach this state, you will have some of that healing, because you will have released this past. You will have learned how your interaction with others is sometimes too much or too little, or you know, you're going to learn how to navigate through things like that, through people, through conflict and stuff. And I think you're going to come into more alignment with your spiritual self, with your spiritual warrior self, so that you can make changes in this world. Because it does really feel like this, to you, the world is messed up and somebody's got to do something about it. All right. Okay, I do have one more card I'd like to draw. Just, you know, if Spirit has one last little bit of advice for you. Or maybe we can see this as an outcome. What's going to happen for Capricorn the last 2 weeks of January, please, Spirit? Last 2 weeks of January for Capricorn, Spirit. What's going to happen? We have Oroki, boundaries. Okay. Yeah. So through this process, you're going to have better boundaries. Again, boundaries for this, your personal will, this third solar plexus chakra. Sometimes you come on too strong, sometimes not strong enough. Sometimes people get the best of you, sometimes you're too much for them. So having healthier boundaries is also part of your healing and your happiness. Releasing the past, releasing guilt, and all of that will help you make better boundaries. Working with your chakras, especially your third chakra, your solar plexus, will help you with those boundaries. And I think it will help you understand other people's boundaries, because sometimes I think you cross over them or step on other people's boundaries and they turn away, and that's where some of the confusion and dislike of others comes in. Okay? So you are trying. Spirit acknowledges that. You can do this. All right. I think that's everything I see. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. All right, other than that, I hope you have a great day, and remember, be the light that you wish to see in this world. Namaste.